Hello, my name is Shannon Bauer, and this is my final presentation for my culinary capstone course. For this presentation, I have created a 5-course menu that can serve 4 to 6 guests, and I have hosted a dinner for my family and friends. For my appetizer course, I have prepared a classic hummus. To make the hummus, I blended cooked chickpeas, tahini, garlic, cumin, and lemon juice in a food processor. I adjusted the consistency with vegetable stock and seasoned it with salt and pepper. The hummus is finished with a drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkle of cayenne pepper, and garnished with a sprig of parsley. It is served with freshly baked pita chips. The hummus was smooth and creamy with a rich umami. It also had a nice brightness from the lemon. My salad course is a fresh caprese salad made with a layered pattern of tomato slices, mozzarella slices, and basil leaves. The salad is then finished with fresh cracked pepper, flaky salt, and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and basil-infused olive oil. The salad was fresh and herbal with a creamy cheesiness from the mozzarella. The tomatoes were ripe, juicy, and had a slight sweetness, which was nice. For my soup course, I made a classic French onion soup. It is made by slowly caramelizing onions for over an hour until they become a deep color and have sweetened in flavor. The caramelization on the bottom of the pan, known as fond, is then deglazed with a bit of beef stock. That liquid is then cooked au sec, which means it has been reduced to almost being dry. Then more stock is added. The process is repeated until the onions are very dark brown and syrupy. More beef and chicken stock is then added to the onions, along with fresh thyme to create the soup. This is simmered for a while to develop the flavor. Then the soup is finished with a glass of sherry wine and poured into ramekins. This gets topped with toasted French bread, Gruyere, and goes into the oven to broil until the cheese is nice and melty. The soup was rich, savory, and had a caramelized sweetness from the onions. The bread was toasty and moistened from the soup, and the Gruyere was gooey and had a nice nutty flavor. The main entree I prepared is a roasted whole chicken. The chicken was incredibly buttery and juicy. It was also perfectly seasoned. The chicken was paired with a natural pan gravy that is made using the fond from the roasting pan. The gravy was rich and luscious and added even more flavor to the chicken. This is served with a side of roasted garlic lemon asparagus and creamy buttery garlic mashed potatoes. To finish off my 5 courses, I made one of my favorite desserts, lemon bars. This recipe is made with a thin and buttery sweet dough crust that is topped with a luscious lemon baked custard. It is finished with a dusting of powdered sugar. These have a nice crispy and buttery crust that also has a bit of a sweetness. The filling is smooth and rich with a strong lemony tartness. These are nicely balanced and hard to stop eating when there are multiple in front of you.
I enjoyed the entire meal, but as you can see, I love the French onion dip, and the chicken was very moist and tender, and I really want a second lemon bar.
My favorite part of the meal was the mashed potatoes and the asparagus, just because the flavor was on point, the garlic, the lemon zest, everything was delicious.
My favorite part of the meal was the French onion soup. It was done just right. I enjoyed the flavor of the soup. Thank you.
Our favorite part was the chicken.